Hello children, once again I am here to explain you a new story from your book, and the name of the story or the chapter is The Secret Garden. After seeing the name, you can have a brief idea that this must be an interesting story, or it has some secret suspense behind an interesting story. So let's proceed and find out the secret behind the garden. This is an extract from Frances Hodgson Burnett's book, The Secret Garden. So Frances Hodgson Burnett is a writer, and he has written a book named The Secret Garden, and this is just an extract, a small part of that story that we are going to read. 10 years old, Mary Lennox was born in India. So here the girl that we can see in the picture, her name is Mary Lennox, and she was born in India. But sadly, her parents died and her uncle brought her to Yorkshire, England. So after the death of her parents, her uncle brought her to England from India along with him. Living in her uncle's large house, she hears stories of a secret garden surrounded by walls, locked for the last 10 years, which nobody can enter. So while she was there in her uncle's house, she heard many stories regarding the secret garden in her uncle's house, and that particular secret garden was surrounded by walls and which was locked from last 10 years, and nobody has opened that lock or nobody has tried to enter into that garden. One of Mary's friends is a pet robin belonging to the gardener. So one of Mary's friends is a pet robin. Robin is the name of a bird belonging to the gardener. Belonging to the gardener means that particular robin is very close to the gardener. One day, the robin helps Mary find the key to the lock and enter the secret garden. And suddenly one day, that robin, means this bird, helped Mary to find out the key to the secret garden, and they were successful enough to enter the secret garden. But how Mary was helped by this robin, that particular thing is written in this story. Let's begin. Mary heard a chirp and a twitter, and when she looked at the bare flower bed at her left side, there was a robin hopping about. So Mary was just roaming around her uncle's house, and she heard the chirping and the twittering sound of a beautiful bird. And when she looked down on the flower bed by her left side, she found a robin, a bird, who was hopping or jumping on that particular place. "You do remember me?" she cried out. "You do. You are prettier than anything else in the world." Mary cried, or Mary shouted, called the bird prettier than anything else in the world, and also telling the bird that whether that bird remembered her or not. The robin allowed her to draw closer and closer to him, and bend down and talk and try to make something like Robin's sound. And the robin, that bird, is also trying to be close to the girl or Mary, and also allowed her to draw or to come close to him or come closer to him, and allowed her to touch him and bend down and talk and try to make something like Robin's sound. So Robin is allowing Mary to come closer to him so that she could bend down in front of him and talk to him, as well as try some kind of a sound just like Robin to make in front of him. As the robin hopped about, she saw him hop over a small pile of freshly turned up earth. So Robin and Mary both were there, and they were very happy as well. And Mary found that Robin was jumping on a pile of freshly turned up earth. Turned up earth means somebody has dug the earth very recent past, and on that field, on that dug up earth or turned up earth, the soil, Robin was jumping. He stopped on it to look for a worm, and suddenly Robin stopped on that pile of soil and was trying to find some worm or insect to eat. The earth had been dug up by a dog who had made quite a deep hole. After seeing that turned up earth or the pile of soil, Mary understood that it was dug up by some dog, and that dog has made a quite deep hole inside the earth. Children, this much for this video. I will explain the remaining parts in the coming videos, so please do follow me and go through the parts that I have explained very carefully and minutely. And if you have any questions and queries, you please ask me. Thank you.